Welcome to my channel. Today's video is another cook with me. My husband really loves this recipe. It is eggplant pizza. So basically the whole concept is that you're using the eggplant as the crust of the pizza instead of a traditional crust, because you cannot have that on keto, obviously, it's bread. So I'm starting here, and I have 2 of these medium-sized eggplants, and I'm just gonna slice them so that it's about 1/4 of an inch, maybe a little bit less than 1/4 of an inch thick. Kind of just eyeball it and see how thick you think you might want it, and remember that it'll shrink a little teeny bit in the oven when you cook it. So I'm just gonna get those all sliced up. Alright, so I have them all sliced up and laid out, and the first step is just to take regular table salt and sprinkle them all down, making sure to get them kind of evenly covered. This is going to allow the moisture to be drawn out of them so that you don't have a soggy pizza once you bring them out of the oven. You want them to be soft and yummy, but you don't want that like extra moisture in them. So that's what you're doing there. And then you just flip them over so that you can make sure to get both sides. Once you have them all flipped over, you're going to make sure to sprinkle the other side, and then you're going to wait about 30 to 45 minutes till as much moisture as possible comes out. And then what we are going to do is we are going to take just like a regular paper towel and blot them dry or wipe them off. But do you see how the moisture came off of those? The little beads of moisture, that's what you're drawing out so that your eggplant is not soggy when you bake it. So once they are all wiped off, I move them over to a cookie sheet with a little parchment under them, and now we're going to start adding the sauce. You want to make sure to find a sauce, if you are keto, that is going to have the least amount of like carbs and sugars in it. This one seemed pretty good. It's the best one I found in my grocery store. I know there are probably better ones out there, but this is what is available to me, so that's what I used. And as you can see, I'm using about 2 tablespoons-ish on them, but you just want to make sure not to put too much sauce because, first of all, for your carb count, and second of all, because it can make them kind of soggy. The first time I made them, I think I put too much sauce on them, and they were a little bit more soggy, or maybe I didn't wait long enough with the salt. I don't know. They were soggy, but they tasted good. Next step is the cheese. I use this creamy mozzarella with the Philadelphia in it. I think it melts really nicely, and you just want to put like 1/8 of a cup, if that, on them, and just make sure to get it nice and covered. You don't want too much of the sauce showing, but you don't want to put too much because it will melt out. So you're just going to put that on each of those. And the next step is pepperoni. I like this Hormel one. We've tried Publix. That's also good if you have a Publix near you. That's a good brand to use as well. We really like this pepperoni for snacking too. Kind of an idea with a little bit of cheese. It's good. But I'm usually put like 2 to 3 slices on them, just depending on their size. And I try to get it very centered on the eggplant just because it can run off if you don't. And as you'll see with my final product, some of them did end up sliding off, but that's okay. You just kind of use a spatula and put it back on top. And my final step is the cheese. A second cheese step. There's nothing better than cheese. I am putting a little bit of Parmesan on the top. I'm a Parmesan gal. I like it. Parmesan. And I'm just going to top them off with that. It just gives it a little bit more bite, which I like. And there you go. Finished product. As you can see, some of the pepperonis were sliding off because I didn't center them on the cheese very well. But they are delicious. My husband Chris loves them, which totally surprised me. But he does like eggplant, so I guess it wasn't that much of a surprise. But that was it for this video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you as part of my YouTube fam. And comment down below if you have ever used an alternate pizza crust recipe. I'd love to hear about them. I'm looking for new and different kinds. So comment down below. Until next time, bye!